Just doing a quick little tour of the farm. Right here, I just want to show some of our watermelons. Okay, we started it off in a very small container back there. Not sure how clear you could see the container, but that is a very small container that we started it off in. And now I'm going to take a step back and show just how well all of that is what you see. This is the watermelon plants vining off all of this. And I'm going to try to zoom in on some of the watermelons that are growing just from this one little container. Okay, we have one. Okay, there we go, right there. Then there's another right in there. And next to this one, there's another right here. Okay, still have a lot of flowers on them too, which means more could be growing. And here's another one right down in there. Okay. Now that's just from that one container. Now I'm going to go to this area. Right here, we just had a tarp lying around the yard. We had a lot of very good composted material. So I said, okay, I'm going to put all of this on top of this tarp. We have other things growing in here too, things that were kind of mixed in from the soil from last year. The sorghum here, all of this is from last year's soil. It just kind of got mixed in. All it takes is a seed or two, but we're not complaining because we have hundreds of seeds, sorghum seeds, and this actually happened all over the yard in other areas of the yard as well. We have some more watermelons planted over there just beyond that little patch of corn. But anyway, I'm going to count the watermelons in this area. Okay, there's one there. And we're going to come over this way, and I think it was another one in this area someplace right there. Okay. And we have one right there. Someplace you can see it. Right there. Okay. And then there was another one right here beyond this little thing there, right there. And then quite a few watermelons coming from these little areas. Okay, some of them are the smaller round variety, and then some of them are the bigger giant variety. And then of course, I'm going to show you this here too. We didn't plant tomatoes here, but again, sometimes our soil, with when the kids are working, sometimes things get a little mixed up. I'm not complaining, but we have some tomatoes growing in there too. That happened as well all over the yard, where tomato plants were just popping up because things were a little, kids' hands were on it. So I'm not complaining though. I'm very thankful, grateful for everything. We have several areas of corn. We did our harvest already for our early season corn, and this is our later season corn. We did some mid-season corn as well, and so we have a lot going on there. We just cleared these tires out because we're going to be getting ready for our summer, end of summer or midsummer, should I say, planting. We're going to be doing celery and broccoli, cauliflower, collard greens. We're going to do other greens inside of the greenhouse, those that really can't stand the cooler weather when it does decide to come in. That area of corn right there. Then we did another area of corn right here. And then we have several others throughout the yard. Just going to say hi to my babies right there. I love these goats. It's going to be very difficult to, Not even going to say it. They love me too. Those are my babies. My husband likes to joke and says, you know, things like, oh, I love them too. They're going to taste real good, barbecued and stewed and all of that. And I always say, I'm not trying to hear that right now. Because right now, these are my babies. These are my babies. We have 2 females and 1 little fella there. Their names are Frick and Frack and Mac. Frick, Frack, and Mac. Of course, that's my doing. That's what I decided to name them. They're all very, very sweet animals. In the greenhouse, we have cantaloupes in here. We have lots of cucumbers that we've already harvested, and we have so many jars of pickles, and I am not complaining. I'm thankful. Earlier, I didn't get a chance to put the video up. I think I may have lost it, but these are sweet potato slips. And they, you know, the little slips that grow on the side of the sweet potato, they were very small. I do have pictures, but as you see, they are doing well. Sweet potato slips. And I have another one over here in this corner. Now, the sweet potatoes grow downward, okay? But what most don't know or don't realize is that you could actually eat the leaves. They're very tasty greens, very tasty. You wash them off really well, of course. We have some tomato plants in here as well, and some Swiss chard that's being kind of covered over by the cauliflower. But anyway, back to the sweet potato slips. You wash them down very well, and they're very tasty, sauteed with garlic and onions. We have a lot of tomato plants all throughout the yard. I mean, they're everywhere, and I'm not complaining. I'm just thankful. No more complaining about tomatoes or cucumbers or anything like that. I'm just gonna roll with the punches and go with the flow. Taking a walk over here to this area. This is our second greenhouse, the smaller one. We have basil and parsley and tomatoes and green beans growing in here. Once they're at the end of their season, we'll probably put more greens in here. More greens, because I love greens, and so does the rest of the family. We all love greens. Okay, this area, we have lots of tomato plants. We have some kale. We have lots of carrots here. Lots of carrots. We actually dry the carrot leaves off. They make great seasonings. You don't have to throw those away. They're very bitter tasting, but as seasoning, they add a punch to anything that you put them in. Here's another area of corn. We just planted this a week ago, and as you see, it's already doing well. Okay, and then here's another area of corn. We have another area in the front yard. In the front yard, we have another area of corn. Now, this right here, we don't plant this, but it grows naturally. It's called lamb's quarter, and it is so delicious. It's kind of has the same flavor as spinach. Anyone who loves spinach would love lamb's quarter. Now, the leaves get a lot bigger than this. Okay, the leaves can get really huge, like bigger than your hand. These are just some that are springing up along the edges of the fence. We don't tear it down because the goats love to eat it too. They just followed me over here. Those are my babies. They love to follow their mommy around. When they see me in the morning, they all just kind of, hi baby, hi. They all just come running and screaming and hollering for mama. See, they like the lamb's quarter as well. They've eaten all of that on their area. This is in our area. But from time to time, I will pull some up and give it to them so that they can chow down. They still have some little smaller plants growing in their area. But they want to get access to this too. And so sometimes I'll just put it over through the fence or even tear some out. They actually like to rip it from the vine themselves instead of you tearing it off. I don't know why, but they just do. So that's why I'm sticking it through instead of just ripping it and tearing it. Okay, Mommy's got to go now. But in this area here, we have lots and lots of cucumbers still. Lots and lots of cucumbers. And we also have okra. Okay, the okra's starting to come in. I hear one of the little ones calling me back yonder. Every time I come outside, I get that. They're calling me like they can't be without Mama. But I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all. Just doing this quick tour because my husband and I were out here doing some things in the garden. Okay, cucumbers. The kids are in the house doing schoolwork. I guess I better go see what this little fella wants. Signing off. Shalom, family.